Hey Virgo, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, please do go ahead and check out the description box below where you're going to find links to my website and my Facebook page to learn a little bit more about the work that I do as an intuitive energy healer and reader. Now, I also have an Instagram page, and on there you're going to find, and only on Instagram, the quick reads. The weekly quick reads are a 5-minute video about the potential energies that may cross your path and for each of the zodiacs each week. Okay, they're done each weekend in time for the Monday, but on the YouTube channel you're going to see more in-depth fortnightly and monthly readings for each of the zodiacs. Now be sure to go ahead and check out your rising sign, your moon sign, your Jupiter sign, your Venus sign, whenever is appropriate, because we are more than just our sun sign, Virgo. We are multi-dimensional and we are magnificent. Now, I like to do a cosmic recap, cosmic compass for the month ahead for each of the monthlies, okay? So fast forward 5 minutes if you wanted to, but I also channel messages as I'm shuffling and connecting into your energy. Now, August offers us a full moon in Aquarius on the 3rd, as well as a new moon in Leo on the 19th. But before that, we've got yet another planet going into retrograde. We are roughly halfway through retrograde season. So essentially speaking, what that means in terms of soul work, soul healing, deep subconscious work, okay? A lot of that awareness is now coming to the surface for recognition by a lot of the collective. This may have felt like a lot of inner frustrations, uncertainties, and it could very still well feel like that. The closer we edge towards November, December, January, into next year, which is when we close our retrograde cycle, we're going to be gaining more and more clarity. Now, the energy of Uranus retrograde, which kicks off on the 15th, is very much the same if it's going retrograde or if it's going direct. Uranus is a very oddball, eccentric energy. It's unique. It's wanting to embody the energy of the individual, and is proud to stand out. And in its wholesome form, it is quite innovative in that regard, you know. So this energy, as it enters the party, is like that final push over the edge, if you like. We've done a lot of thinking, feeling, processing about the changes we wish to implement, the things we need to let go of, storylines and the parts of ourselves that no longer resonate, Virgo, because we are ascending. We're ascending into a new reality, a new version of ourselves, new stories. Take it however it resonates. 2020 offers us, when I reduce the numerology, it's the Master 22, it's the Master Teacher. So what has life taught you, Virgo? More importantly, it reduces further down into the 4, and 4 is the number of foundations and building, you know? So we're building foundations. Perhaps we're restarting from scratch, you know, based on this refresh and a whole scrapping of beliefs, whatever the hell has blocked us and stopped us from growth, as we're dealing with the rules and restrictions of Saturn, the invitation to expand and grow thanks to Jupiter and embrace abundance. Venus, you know, which has only just closed off its shadow cycle towards the end of July. Same too with Mercury, is very much about how, you know, what does love mean to us? What is your love language? Are we living lives that we love? What has love taught us when it comes to freedom, connection, intimacy, whatever the case may be? You know, a lot of us, you know, whether it's in one area of your life or all areas of your life, we've got this amazing opportunity, thanks to the retrogrades, to really do a refresh and reset. Like, on a mainstream level, we celebrate the new year in January, but you know, I think maybe the real year doesn't really kick off till about March, April. And then obviously with the galactic new year in the middle of July, at the end of July, I should say, there is this, and you feel it on an intuitive level, you feel it on a heart level that, that there's another chance, you know, another opportunity to do things again. And that's, it ties in well with retrograde season. So, you know, and there's going to be this distinct energy, like this freedom versus restriction, love versus fear is still very much at play, and wanting to do things differently and busting outside of the norms of the rules and all of that is at play, but it's now actionable. There's an invitation there to action it, Virgo, and particularly this energy, thanks to Uranus and the different placements that are happening with the asteroids too. There's this distinct energy. Once we've learned about codependency, once we've learned about the binds that we struggle so long to let go of, if you like, and how we've restricted ourselves, there's this new emergence of a thought, an idea, whatever, of financial freedom. Am I doing what I love? How I spend my 9 to 5? Does it feel like it rewards me in the way I need it to? You know, when I look underneath the surface of the value of money, and I look at it as an exchange of energy, you know, when I'm working for someone else, it's helping them build their dreams, etc. But if I'm working for myself, I'm building my own, and the healthy balance of the in-between as we journey to that, if that is what we want, okay? So financial freedom in every color, every shade is going to be a flavor that's now introduced within this retrograde season. Let's take a look, my lovely Virgo. Underneath your energy cards is the card of freedom, followed by growth, okay? Watch how you can achieve this strong sense of freedom as you grow, push outside of old boundaries, old ways of being, thinking, feeling, whatever the case may be, how that guides you to a stronger sense of this inner freedom, and how ultimately it then begins to reflect on the physical level. I look at the health card not just as health and vitality, but the practical. So we can think, you know, and then we can feel, which is this manifestation energy. But on the outside is the physical, which also pertains to our physical health. That's why I always talk about this as a manifestation thing. Like, I see these 3 cards very strongly as manifestation energy. I can break it down further, Virgo, and call this, you know, watch the cues from your physical being, which will point you towards more freedom and growth that you might, if you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling things aren't moving quick enough, whatever the case may be, really notice the cues on the physical vessel, in the physical vessel, okay? So I'm talking about metaphysics there. I'm talking about the link between our emotions and our thoughts and how we feel in the physical. I am also seeing these cards, like I said, as a manifestation process and energy, okay? The more you step into growth in whatever form that takes, the more freedom you will feel, the more you embrace the freedom to be yourself and follow your dreams, follow your goals outside of the norms of society, old ways of thinking, whatever the case may be. Watch how that manifests genuine change. In your physical reality, you will start to notice you attract a certain vibration because you are operating at a certain vibration, yeah? I just wanted to mention that. It's a little bit exciting. And that's not even your 3 cards, love. That was underneath the deck, okay? And I went on a bit of a roll there, didn't I? Your 3 energy cards. So more practically speaking, once you process this, what I'm about to bring up for you in your energy read, watch how it helps you move towards freedom, growth, and you begin to manifest, okay? Let's take a look. You're processing the energy of grief. There is a letting go. You're also processing this energy of indecision, uncertainty, and not trusting self, and how that sits within you. Ultimately, Virgo, how that sits within you, it keeps you restricted from truly seeing the bigger picture, the dream, the vision, whatever the case may be, because you're automatically tempted to suck back into fears at times. Maybe it's because there's a stagnant energy here of grief. What this ultimately does is it disrupts and it pollutes your creative flow. This is the color of the sacral chakra. This is the color of the third eye chakra. There's an invitation here to reset the third eye chakra, which is also an invitation to reset our thought structure, Virgo, so that we can release this, so that we can move out of this indecision and not trusting self, because it's about your intuition, and the way in which we do that is by engaging your imagination and your intuition, your creative side. How ironic, okay? See, this is very much the visionary. This is very much like a combination of crown chakra and third eye chakra energy. And also like this, I keep hearing the seed of the soul. I don't know what that means. That might mean something for you. Maybe that's a book you're reading. Maybe that's something you've heard. There's something here about igniting the seed of your soul. Wow, maybe because as we enter, well, your birthday season hits at the end of this month. Maybe as we approach Virgo season towards the end of August, because this is your August monthly read. Leo season, as much as it is about vitality, and I've just realized I'm doing the Virgo reading. As much as Leo is about vitality, life force, this sun energy, it is your 12th house transit. So it is this grieving, this dying process of the old version, of the old you, of the old year, so that you can welcome your new solar return. That you may be, many Virgos will of course be experiencing this introspective energy. So what I want you to take for this month, for your monthly reading, and I feel very much this is going to begin activating once your birthday season kicks off, guys, because I've got the High Priestess underneath the deck. Okay, all right, so you're processing this grief energy, which ultimately is polluting your creative center. Your sacral chakra rules creativity, sensuality, sexuality. It is the divine expression of who you are. When was the last time you were able to speak your truth? And how have you been able to package that, Virgo, whether that is in conversation, in other ways, okay, creative ways maybe, whatever the case may be. How often do you allow yourself to swim within the waters and the visions of your imagination? Allow yourself to feel free and explore whatever this seed of your soul is, like it's calling to you in some way. I don't know, that might mean something to you. I keep hearing it. There's a reset and a refresh that's required of the third eye chakra, and it ultimately is about the mind. Now, I've said this in a few zodiac readings for this month already, and I'm going to say it again. Our modern day society teaches us to use the mind. Yep, we're logical, we are left brainers, we're not encouraged necessarily. I mean, you know, the more we've progressed, sure, we're encouraged to be creative. But that creative side of who we are, the intuition, the dreamer, the seeing what is unseen, you know, that side of us is not necessarily encouraged, Virgo. We live in a society that has taught us to be logic. And that's great. The human mind is a powerful tool. But we've also been told by medicine and science that the human mind has only been used by the normal human being at 3%, 5%, up to 10%, yeah? So there's like 90% black space of the unknown, unmet potential. What if, you know, and even then, have we mastered it? Have we mastered that 10%? Do we have a healthy relationship with it? I'm going to say as a collective, no. It can be our worst enemy. We're coming to terms with how best to use it in many ways, you know, and perhaps, like, this is just my theory and something that's been coming to me, that came to me in downloads, and I've been mentioning it in all the readings. I work with the 5 bodies, the 5 levels of being. You know, we are more than just a physical. We are an emotional body. We are a thought body. We are an energy body and a soul. And perhaps in mainstream, these two are never really explored, but they exist, yeah? Perhaps the emotional body is something, I mean, it exists in psychology and cognitive sciences, acknowledges the power of the emotions, but does our society as a structure teach us how to process them in healthy ways? Do we see evidence of that in education and in health and whatever the case may be? Have we diversified ways in which to be able to do that? Because society as a structure has ultimately shown us to suppress it. You know, we've only just got a lot of that awareness messaging happening now, where we're encouraged to discuss and speak our emotions and not to be scared of them, and whatever the case may be. Now, our energy body is our sensory being, okay? It is that very way in which you sense someone is staring at you and then you look up and you notice they are. It's the same way in which you just have a sensory experience to turn your back when you thought you were alone, you know? Same too, it's that that fear or safety trigger inside, you know? And our soul is obviously, and I'm sorry, just to take the energy body a little bit further, it's that sensory ability to be able to intuit data more than just what you're hearing with your ears and seeing with your eyes. And the soul body, the soul level of us, is that innate truth that has existed all along, and it's perhaps a lot older than our human life, yeah, if you believe in reincarnation and whatnot. So the fact that we have 5 bodies, which is what I work with in my healing work, we also have data input, not just of the mind. We can perceive data then, not just with our logical human mind, but with our emotions. We can also take in and process data through our instinct, which is our innate animal instinct. All sentient beings have it. It is that part of us that goes, I am in danger or I am safe. And we also have our intuition, okay? So what did I mention there? We don't just have the logical mind. We also have our emotions, the heart language, okay? The language of the heart. We have our instinct, our animal instinct, and we also have intuition, okay? Which is something a little bit wiser. So we've put so much pressure on our logical mind, and we've completely forgotten to use the other three. More importantly, still, we've perhaps confused, because you hear about the language, the terminology in mainstream, gut instinct, follow your gut. Well, that is actually getting confused with intuition, because what we're feeling in our gut, that instinct, that trigger, is actually animal instinct. It is the trigger within our body that tells us we have to run because we are not safe. So how often do we confuse that channel of data feedback with our mind? Our mind then amplifies that and creates a fear. So too does our emotional body and whatnot. What if our intuition is something completely different and it sits above all else because it is a combination of the language of the heart, the power of the mind, founded in the foundation of the instinct body, yeah? So we've put so much pressure on the logical mind to be this function without really exploring the others, perhaps, is what I do want to say. And when a person is using all four effectively, then is that when they become superhuman? Is that when they embody their full whole being, their full multidimensionality? Maybe. Just my thoughts, just my theory. So, speaking of that, your intuition, and at least a new way in which to be navigated by your intuition, allowing your mind to have a break, because it doesn't have all the answers, and sometimes, maybe all the time, depending on how much you use your intuition, the answers can be found elsewhere. If we rely purely on our gut instinct to determine if we are safe or not, and then use it only solely for that, know that it has its role to play. When we all meet at a table, no different with these planetary retrogrades. When the planets all come into retrograde, it's like different personalities coming to the party. Each of them are playing a specific role. Instinct is different to intuition, and it is responsible for fear or safety, and that is it. It is not our mind. It's a responsibility to take that task on board. It is not our emotions. It is not our intuitions. It is just instinct's job to do that. And once instinct says go, we go. We then start to feel. Okay, does it feel right for me? Can I feel it in my heart chakra? Can I feel it in my creative center? Can I feel it in my third eye? Can I see this vision? Okay, now I can see it. And if I can feel it and think it, I can do it, yeah? So then we move to the thought body, where we're completely at peace. We feel safe. This feels right for me. We've already processed it through the emotions. You know, I'm now starting to access my logical mind in a healthy way, because I've already tasked that job of fear versus safety to my instinct. I've already tasked that job of feeling and not either thinking that emotions are bad or what. It feels right. I'm going to trust that. Trust. And then I hand it over to my mind, okay? The human mind is such a powerful tool. It can really be our enemy or it can be our friend. But what if it has been our enemy because we've been using it wrong all along? We've expected it to bloody multitask and do the jobs of all others, but yet we've neglected all others. And then once in here, we can then connect in with our intuition. And if that energy is flowing interconnectedly, what can really be achieved if we're feeling it on an emotional level, thinking it within our mind, intuitively seeing? You know, that's a whole new way in which to access this version of yourself, Virgo, the High Priestess. There's an opportunity here, there's an invitation here to do things a whole new way. And many Virgos might even be getting an aha moment, I feel. Like Leo season's good for this, okay? I feel like processing this, allowing yourself to accept how you've allowed indecision and uncertainty, like what I was explaining. I've really felt the need to really go through those motions with you when it comes to instinct, emotions, thought, and then intuition, and how they are 4 different feedback channels, and we have relied too much on our mind to play many, many roles. Yeah, I want to do a unique and a solo video on that. But let's take a look at your tarot cards, my love. Oh, I love this energy for you. This is you in your highest element. Wow, and you're balancing. Holy dooly, I love your spread. Okay, once you process this, and then you have this new relationship with your intuition and release your thought body, by allowing the other channels to play their part, okay? You'll start to see things in a whole new way. You sort of like remember the seed of your soul, Virgo. Wow, I've just felt a deep hit. It's like it feels like awakening energy, guys. And then watch how you begin to notice this feeling of freedom within, freedom of mind, freedom of heart. You experience growth, or vice versa. When you step into growth, okay, you will experience this. Watch it manifest in the physical. Your physical life, your physical reality, the things you bring into form. More importantly, your physical form will tell you, will navigate the right way, okay? Look at this, love. God, at the center of your reading is the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands centers your month with a divine. This is like the aha moment. This is a gift from the divine, okay? This could be anything that resembles the new. This can also be a refresh and resetting energy to something already existing. Your career, your passion, your purpose, your relationship, your marriage, a friendship. Take it however it resonates. This is a creative spark and an idea. Like I keep hearing aha. Okay, and even if you are the Virgo that is going through an awakening, which I'm strongly picking up on, that meeting the seed of your soul, like your soul blueprint, or just really connecting strongly into your sense of purpose, which is a wisdom eternal, like it will feel like this. That energy will feel like this in your mind, in your heart, at the depths of your core. It's the birth of something new as well. Okay, maybe I am connecting into Virgos that are experiencing pregnancy, are birthing a new version of themselves, are bringing into form, into gestation, an idea, a project, a business, a new career. This is like a yes, but this is also very much like a pregnancy, but simply because of the divine essence of conception, the divine essence of pregnancy. All right, Virgo, this could be the birth of the new you, a rebirth, an awakening, meeting the seed of your soul. I keep hearing that. It's going to be meeting the seed of your soul, Virgo. That's something special for one Virgo out there, for some Virgos out there. That's like this. It feels like an awakening energy. And I don't know about anyone else out there, but as a mother, like when I can definitely relate to that when it comes to pregnancy. It was my pregnancies were my awakenings, very much so. It connected me to my ascension energy and manifestation energy. So I can completely relate to that and talk for hours about that. All right, but the Empress is the Empress in your life. This is you at the crown. You are embodying this Empress energy, male or female, okay? Take it however it resonates. Sorry. Clearly I'm not a cameraman. Take it however it resonates, Virgo. You are embodying this Empress energy, okay? As at the center of your reading is the Ace of Wands. This is the divine spark and fire. And you are birthing something with this, or because of this. In the past, you recognize there was something here that needed to be brought into balance within self, to be practical within your business, your career, your relationship, whatever the case may be. You noticed an imbalance, okay? This is in the past. And this is like your aha moment. This is your commitment to what you want to gestate moving forward, what you want to mother, what you want to grow, this new understanding, new realization, whatever the case may be. This balancing of the scales is karmic in some form. I feel like you've processed quite a lot though, okay? Like this is the gentler side, like maybe in the last 6 months. Okay, so January, February, and as you kicked off those months, it was about go swim to the depths kind of energy before you noticed what you had to clear. All right, I feel like your 12th house transit is actually quite life affirming in many ways. Like I said, it may be that that I'm connecting to some Virgos that will go into temple in some form so that you can bring this energy out to manifest into August, September, your birthday season. Okay, but I'm going to say in the recent past, you noticed, you knew what had to be brought in balance. The way in which you give, the way in which you didn't allow yourself to receive, the way in which you noticed imbalance was happening within your life, your career, your marriage, your partnership, your relationship, whatever the case may be, okay? You noticed and you said no more is what I do want to say. And then I feel like you're saying yes to life now though, because at the base of all this is you coming in to your highest essence. This is the Queen of Pentacles, ruled by Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Okay, this is inside. I want to connect to who I am inside, and maybe at the base of all of this is about, that was a drive for you, connecting into this. I don't want to be someone that I'm not. I don't want to live someone else's life. I don't want to continue these old fears, choices, whatever the case may be. Don't mind me, I'm just dropping your cards. I want to grow, but more importantly, I want to grow into myself and experience what that freedom feels like, is what I'm hearing, Virgo. So at the base of all this is this commitment. Something had to be brought into balance, and I'm just going to say yes, and I'm just going to say no, and I'm going to take a risk, and I'm going to put myself out there. And at the base of all this was this commitment to be you from the inside out. And above all this, what is crowning you like the light above is the Empress energy. Like I said, male or female, this is about embodying or being inspired by the Empress energy, because the Empress is she is the queen of all queens. She is not just the queen of coins. She actually embodies all energies of the queens, okay? She is practical like the queen of coins. She is grounded, yes. She is earthy, yes. But she is also the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Wands. She has mastered her emotions. She is very firm and has mastered her mind. She has also mastered her divine fire essence. And I feel I'm connecting into many Virgos that are feeling like it is divine time to connect to your divine fire essence. This is about creativity, sensuality. This is about expressing your divine essence. Like I said earlier, what needs to go, what needs to be brought into balance, perhaps, Virgo, was this grief energy. You are still holding on to remnants, memories from the past, the ways in which you have done things hasn't worked, or things that didn't quite work out, relationships, jobs, career prospects, projects, businesses, whatever the case may be. Take it however it resonates, okay? There was this letting go that you recognize was necessary in order to free up that space, because if that's the space that's still freeing up, we can never welcome the new if in our hands we're holding yesterday's stuff, yeah? And if this is the soul goal, if this is the deeper wisdom here that's trying to come through, is about a refresh to your creativity, your sensuality, your fire body, the energy that drives us, Virgo, and makes us connect to the divine essence of who we are and stand true and firm in that knowing. It is from that space that we naturally and authentically create. We release that energy out into the world and it inspires others to do the same. This is a refresh to the sacral chakra. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. I feel like I'm connecting into Virgos that are connected into the past in some way, okay? But we're also connecting into what needed to be brought into balance here. Something we've lost can now be appreciated, you know, and that can transpire as I understand how everything led me to here. I've come into a balanced understanding of the purpose of why, of the wisdom of the past, of everything that was brought into balance, everything that was lost ultimately led me to where I'm meant to be, whatever the case may be. I don't feel like I'm connecting into Virgos that are struggling. Like, this is all elements of you. Look at this. Virgo ladies and men. Queen of Pentacles, the Empress, and the High Priestess. Can you get any, like, this is you practical. This is you embodying all your multidimensional self. This is your higher self. Holy dooly. Like, I'm seeing something here. What am I seeing, Virgo? Like, these are awakening and ascending in and using all elements of yourself. This is your spirituality, your soul, okay? This is you embodying the wisdom of all that has come before you. This is you birthing. This is your manifestation. This is your female magician version, okay? This is your magician energy, because the Empress is a manifester. And this is you practically grounding it all. This is like an awakening, guys. You're grounding that all in the practical. This is your human self, okay? This is your manifestation self, the one that knows the wisdom of how that energy flows that I was talking about earlier. My God, I feel like I need to do a slideshow now so that I can see it clearly, because I know exactly what I'm feeling and sensing, but I just can't communicate it into English. And this is your higher self, your soul, like you're connecting into your monad self. Holy dooly. Holy dooly. This is actually quite amazing, because look, this is like the divine spark. It's an awakening. It's this practical assessment of everything and going, aha, I know what I need to bring into balance now. This is like, aha. And then the divine goes, here, Virgo, here's your gift. Here's your divine spark. That might come in the form of an idea or a thought or an energy drive, whatever the case may be. If you are pregnant, this is like the gift of that child. And it brings all versions of you together. It's like you're awakening through pregnancy. Only because I can relate to that. And because this is like a marriage card, there's like a sun here as well. Like that's birth, birth, birth. But it's like a rebirth, Virgo. More importantly, on a soul level, this is like awakening to a rebirth of you. Like I kept hearing the seed of your soul. Like this feels like I need to do a whole bigger reading than this. The next 6 to 7 weeks, really connecting to your manifestation abilities, Virgo. Really connecting to whatever that means for you. This is your human self, okay? This is your manifestation self, the one that embodies all the energies that I talked about. Not just instinct, but emotions, intuition, okay? And the thought body as well, the mind. By not placing too much pressure on the mind, really create a new picture in your head about the role the mind can play. What if we've overtasked it? What if we needed to bring into balance the role it plays in our life by handing over the reins to our intuition? It's about developing intuition, to our energy body, to our manifestation body, to our, God, I feel like I'm being unclear now. I hate that when that happens. Like I can feel it, see it, sense it. I hope this is making sense, Virgo. Because in the future, you've got the 6 of Wands. And not only is this recognition, like genuine, being seen for your light, your talents, yourself, your truth. This is also you seeing yourself, You're seeing your path, your future, your possibilities. You're seeing the past clearly to bring everything into balance. How everything led you to here. Where everything can lead you to as well. I'm going to say, do not get trapped in old ways of being, doing, feeling, thinking. They are temptations, because there's an invitation to really awaken yourself this month of Leo season into your birthday season. Watch what happens halfway through your season, regardless of if your birthday is at the end of Virgo season towards September, okay? Towards the middle of September. You've got a genuine opportunity here. Full faith. That's what the 2 of Wands is about. It's about not seeing, but it's about just this innate knowing. I feel it coming. And you might be feeling like that, Virgo. You can't quite put your finger on it. Like there's some beautiful, like, that is just life force, Watch how your vitality increases and changes. And when you do soul work, like I feel this is awakening, guys. Like this is you connecting into those other elements of self more so than just your human mind. Watch how it awakens this creator within you. This is the King of Wands is confidence, and it's just self-assurance. It's just this knowing, this independent. Is it also an entrepreneur? This could definitely be a business and business success. okay? You've got a couple of queens. You've got actually a beautiful mix of, well, that's the first set of cups. Maybe you had to step away, okay? So the Queen of Cups is ruled by Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Maybe you had to step away from the depths of your emotions. Maybe you've healed a lot within the emotional body so that you can now then journey through the energetic body, the divine spark, the inspiration, the creator body, by being practical, by being yourself, going back to who you were before the world told you who to be. Guys, I'm going to say, like, you know, the worst is truly behind you. You've got 10 tens now. The worst is truly behind you once you identify what is not yours to carry anymore. That could be the past. That could be the burdens and responsibilities others have placed upon you. The emotional guilt you choose to carry. The false thoughts that have only ever led you to fear, not to your success and your truth. This is beautiful. 10-10 is a portal. We can go backwards or we can go forwards, and it's like life is tempting us. It's a very spiritual reading, Virgo. Maybe you've had to journey back to childhood. Maybe you've had to connect in to old memories, old feelings, maybe connecting into connections that feel like you've known them for quite a long time. Has reactivated this. I'm going to say, like, this is strong. Just because I know it will apply to someone out there. This is strong children energy, strong pregnancy energy. Okay, strong pregnancy, marriage, engagement energy here, but that is simply also the birth of you, my lovely Virgo. I'm going to have to wrap this up. It's going to go forever. But entrepreneurial success, business success, more importantly, career success, something that you love. Okay, by balancing this Queen of Cups energy, by balancing your emotions in the way you have, I feel like this is past. Someone, something, okay, that has been balanced or has helped brought balance. Balancing the emotional body has now activated the fire body, and I'm passionate about my path, my future, my potential. I really know what my business ideas are, my career goals look like. Watch an entrepreneurial business achieve success the more you connect into your core self, like the seed of your soul. I can't stop hearing that. I might do your, I'm going to remember this video, I'll rewatch it, and I might do an extended to this, Virgo, for your August 1st to 15th reading, okay? Because I feel like I've still got to keep talking. Like it's got another 15 minutes at least. I hope you got something out of that. The universe, your higher self, your opportunities are really trying to offer you a cup of love. There's a new way to receive love and offer love, Virgo. And that comes down to not just romance and relationships. It's about you loving life, loving self, loving your choices, okay? Loving your past for everything it has taught you to. Knowing that you have the courage and the strength to change whatever you need to in order to meet that version of yourself you've been waiting for all along to come out. And that's what I'm seeing here. There's this rebirth, a lot of birth energy, awakening energy, and there's so much success, like it's not funny. All right, my dear, I hope you got something out of that. That was your August monthly reading. Until next time, my lovely Virgo, it looks like a beautiful month, and it'd be interesting to see how the fortnightly readings play out. But also check out Instagram for your weekly quick reads, which are done each weekend in time for your Monday. Until next time, please do like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let your other empath, intuitive, and sensitive friends know. All right, my lovely Virgo. Until next time, bye-bye.